What up, guys and girls? Another brand new video coming at you today. Yes, we are back again for another round of the SRL APAC Championship for season number 3. We're here for round number 18 here at the United States Grand Prix. Quick reminder of the championship standings. Dead level at the top for DRC Jared New Zealand Ryan. We're 15th in the standings. Force in your lead, Ferrari, and Red Bull 7th in the Constructors Championship at the current moment. So, heading into the United States Grand Prix for this one, yeah, I mean, obviously, you ought to have seen the last round at Japan, and by the way, if you haven't seen it, I'd urge you to go check it out. There probably will be a, what's the wording, end card at the end of the screen, at the end of this video anyway, like they usually do, and probably the whole playlist if you want to go check out the full season of this one. But obviously with the tyre temp upgrade that was brought in before the Japanese Grand Prix, I should say, it's really changed a lot of people's minds about what tyres people qualify on. Because I mean, if the tyre temp upgrade probably didn't come in from Japan, then most of us would probably have gone for started on the super softs or the softs for this one, especially considering we're running ultras, supers, and softs, like I said. So anyway, we're currently first part of the qualifying here on our first run here. So you see Penske obviously went to the top, then HO, but obviously qualifying on the ultra soft tyres. Come across the line, we go provisional pole for the time being with a 32.310, but doesn't last long because Prez instantly beats that by a little bit, and then Alan Hugo goes and smashes it completely with a 31. So yeah, going really well as Penske's now out of qualifying, and from what I could tell from the mini-map there, looks like he's crashed at either the bit from between turns 18 and 19, that long right-hander. For some unknown reason, that's probably a weird spot to crash, but anyway, it is possible. So anyway, we'll come back into the pit lane. We'll get on another set of ultra soft tyres. I usually take a bit more fuel. I usually start with a lot of fuel. Then for the second run, I sort of keep it around the middle. And then the last run, obviously, take all of it out pretty much and have only a little bit left. But we're heading out now for run number 2 here. But what's weird is here, there's going to be something interesting that happens here. So we come out of the pit lane here. Here comes Laggy out of nowhere, coming straight into the pit lane exit for some unknown reason. That was all very weird then for some unknown reason. We'll just watch this. So you can see Laggy just going straight up the hill there, but all of a sudden his car suddenly turns around there, and I was sort of taking avoiding action, so I didn't get damage from all of that. But yeah, that was very weird there. I think Laggy was still having internet issues, or was still on his 4G, I should say. But you see on the second run now, we're improving by about 0.6 of a second, I think it was, but unfortunately, and validated my lap time coming around second last corner. So I completed the lap anyway, just to see what time I got anyway. It was the 31.760 there, and I'm not sure whether that would have put us up the top there, but anyway, I saw Jared coming out of the pit lane. I thought, yeah, I may as well just let him go here. But I don't think he realised that I was actually on a cooldown lap. I think he was just realising maybe I thought it was on another hot lap there. But I just completed the hot lap there. But anyway, I was just letting guys go here that were on sort of flyers here. So I've also let Gold Power go. I've let New Zealand Ryan go through as well. So not sure whether those guys were actually on fast laps or not. By the looks of things, probably not. They were on in laps. So I was taking a precaution anyway, just to make sure I wasn't getting in anybody's road there. But there's the second.
Fastest lap is a 1 minute 32.3.
There's the second force in there coming into the pit lane. So we're going to go on to our third set of ultra soft tyres, and obviously, like I mentioned earlier, take out all the fuel and yeah, just go for glory here. I mean, whether we can get pole here, it's probably a long shot with the pace that Alan Hugo's been shown, but you never know. Could possibly happen. So here we go. We're going to stick aboard here for a lap of the Circuit of the Americas racetrack here in Austin, Texas. Come through turn 1 here. It's a little tricky corner here. Obviously use first gear to get the nose turned into the corner into there. As we come now through this fast flying S section through here, you've got to take a bit of curb around here and obviously get it as tight as you can coming through turns 6. now through 7 and into this slow part, which really I struggled with a lot.
Just 30 seconds left in the session.
The practice I had only a little bit of it going into it, so but you saw there we went purple through sector 1 there, as this was another part I struggled a little bit because I didn't know actually where my braking markers were at through turn 11, but I got the hang of it a little bit there. But probably about nearly 3.5 tenths up on sector 1 time, but probably losing a little bit of time here. And this corner was another one at turn 12. I really struggled with, but you see we're just about 1.5 tenths per second quicker. It's now I think that's Conrad out of the qualifying session. He's actually in the pit lane, so he didn't get a fast run through there. Now that was obviously through 15 and 16. Now through this fast right-hander here, long right-hander here, pretty much the bit where Max Verstappen got caught out 2017, I think it was. Much better run through there. You can see the Delta tyre probably rising a little bit there. That was probably where I gained most of the time here, but currently P6. Where's this going to take us? We jump up into P4 with a 1 minute 31.595. That was after qualifying, what you saw there with TPR Edge's Mercedes slamming into one of the McLarens. I'm not sure exactly which one it was, but yeah, we did obviously finish P4, but we do drop down into P6 after a few other guys pop in a few lap times. But Alan Hugo gets pole position. Good to see him back on top again with a 30.7, obviously on ultra softs. Both Jared and Ryan obviously fighting for this championship on super soft tyres. Probably no surprise there. So, and obviously myself in P6. But we'll get straight into the race.
Maintain focus going into the first few corners. We don't want an incident before the race has even started.
It's quite hectic going into turn 1, but obviously welcome to the grid for the United States Grand Prix. Bit of an overcast situation here, but going to go try the one stop here from ultra soft straight onto the soft tyres, because I think it will be possible. Anyway, onto the formation lap.
Let's get the car up to temperature on this lap. We're learning the gears, so go through them all if you can.
Yeah, obviously, like I said, on the formation lap. The tyre compound would have been a little bit different. The tyre temp upgrade would have been a bit different. I mean, probably some guys back then might have used like ultra supers, but thankfully with that tyre temp upgrade,
no rain expected. No rain expected for the time being.
Yep, that's a positive there as well. But I mean, we didn't obviously with the tyre upgrade. We're going to try ultras to soft tyres, but obviously as you can see, there's a few guys as always getting disqualified on the formation lap. That's always a formality around here, because I don't think anybody likes the formation lap, but you got to put up with it, unfortunately. But we've set ourselves up for the grid here, and obviously haven't had a decent run. I mean, yes, I got 10th last time out in Japan, but I would like a decent result.
The rest of the grid is forming up. Be patient and watch for the lights.
Can't remember the last time I had a decent top 10 result, but let's see what happens here. Here we go for round number 18 here at the United States Grand Prix. 5 red lights. Let's do it around Circuit of the Americas. It's a pretty decent start. Prez doesn't get away to a good start, so we're going to go side by side here in the turn 1, taking it extra cautiously through here because I did not want to tangle with the leaders here. That was Warden right up the middle there, but we get a little bit squirmish coming out of turn 1 there, and obviously Warden gets the spot there, so we pretty much stay, I think, pretty where we started, but obviously Warden and I think Prez are pretty much swapped positions there, but it looks like HO really is working hard there to try and get past Ryan, because obviously he's another guy on ultra soft, so I think it's, at the moment, it's like the order at the moment, it's like Alan Hugo on ultras and the 2 super soft runners. As HO has a look up the inside here of New Zealand Ryan. Warden, I think, tried to have a look up the inside there in the turn 11, but you see here, I'm just trying to hold off Prez BC as everybody is just trying to get the slipstream as best they can. So it goes, the order at the moment goes ultras, super supers, ultras, supers, ultras, and whatnot. So running it very wide there, coming to through turn 12 there. You can tell it was not one of my favourite corners at all, because I just had no idea where the brake markers were. As Warden sends up the inside here, gets a little bit of a rough and tumble there, you could say, there on HO, but I'm not sure exactly HO was thrilled about that one, because he, myself and Poms were in the same party chat, so I was listening to everything that was being said anyway, but a bit of yellow flag actually behind, so someone's had a spin there. But on to lap 2 we go. We're just sitting here behind here, seeing what's going on with these two in front here. As HO sends up the inside here into turn 1. As Prez actually sent it up the inside as well. And that sort of came out of nowhere. I wasn't expecting that one, to be honest, as Dubstep as well behind gave us a little bit of a tag there as well. So, to be honest, I wasn't really thrilled with that one, especially with the pass, because, yeah, what more can I say, really? But HO now gets back ahead of Warden, but this battling here sort of allowing us to catch back up here. So, we're going to have another crack here on Prez. Just going to send it up the inside here and get one back here on Prez as we do. Get back up into P6 and then send it back into P7. So there's looks like a bit of 3 wide battling.
Great pass.
Eddie Jeff has looks like 3 wide battling behind there. Not sure exactly who it is that is battling 3 wide as Prez has a look up the inside. As HO again. There's a little bit of a look there. There's a little bit of a tyre rubbing there between these two in front here. So Warden goes in a bit deep there. HO tries a bit of a crisscross here. Nearly works out, but not quite. As you see what's going to happen here. Coming out of turn 16, I should say. But no can do. I think Warden's now can spot, but HO's got fairly decent pace at the moment. We're still on those ultra-soft tyres. And obviously the dirty air does not help. Warden runs a bit wide. HO does the crisscross here. And obviously on our attack here from Prez. There goes HO. Prez actually sent it up the inside again. Not sure whether that's lag or not, but now onto lap 3 we go. These two are going side by side here still. HO again has a look up the inside here, and I think Prez is going to send up the inside as well, but hopefully we get a better drive out of there and just managed to hang on. But these two are still literally, they could literally go the whole 20-odd, or what is it, 28 laps here side by side, and they still finish the race side by side. But now coming through turn 7 here, not the greatest of runs here. Run a bit of attack here from Prez BC as we've been tagged by the looks of things. And now we have to try and get back around there and try and get going.
That's our race over. Black flag. We've been black flagged. Drive back into the pits.
Never mind, because the game has completely and utterly other ideas, because I was literally just trying to turn around and yeah, what more can I say? This is a replay actually from the live stream.
Oh dear, he's already got a time penalty. Now that's a big story. Look at these, press right on Roscoe. He's tall, there's a bit of contact there. Oh, there might have been a little bit of a net code maybe.
Yeah, I mean, that was actually taken from footage from my iPhone there, that one. So sorry for the bad footage, but that was the best I could get, actually. I probably could have got it off Twitch. But anyway, it is what it is, really. So, yeah, looking back on it, I don't blame Prez for that one. I think it was just another case of this damn bloody desync incidents that occurs again, and for some unknown reason the game does not want me to turn back around and get back going again. It's just honestly, it's just becoming a bit of a fucking joke, really, because I seriously, I just have no luck in SRL. This has just been, I think, from all the seasons well, it's only been a couple of seasons, I know, but all the seasons I've raced in league racing, I think this one by far is the worst out of it all season. Anyway, we'll continue on and watch the spectator footage here. So these two are still battling away side by side here. What are we on, lap 6? I think we are. So HO's really struggling here on the ultra soft tyres, actually. So yeah, battling away still with Warden. As you saw earlier on that Toppy B actually, that was Top Banter. He's now known as Toppy B's now. So as Warden has another look up the inside into turn 11. I decided to continue watching this race, even though I was still pissed off with what happened earlier. I think that's actually probably one of, no, maybe not. I think maybe it was either last season or the season before I actually got disqualified here. So anyway, there's the yellow flags. That'll be why, because that's TPR Edge who's had a moment there at turn 11. So I don't know what's occurred there. As There's a bit of battling as well between, looks like both the Renault boys, I think. There's Gold Power, Poms, I should say, ahead of Gold Power as it looks up the inside there. No can do. He's got Master Berserk right behind him, and obviously Perez, who's fallen a bit back behind in P10 here. But now these three are going to go side by. Berserk sets up the inside, goes way too deep. You're going to go 3 wide coming out of turn 1. That's never going to work. I think someone came off badly there. Someone lost him to carbon fibre, I believe. So not sure who that was. Probably Gold Power. I could be wrong, but here's TPR Edge straight into the pits, obviously for a new front wing and the soft tyres. And he probably, I forgot to mention as well, the other one was Jared getting by Alan Hugo for the race lead. I think now New Zealand Ryan's actually got the race lead now over Jared, and Alan Hugo starting to drop back as there goes Poms up the inside of B Dubstep. That's where are we still on lap 7, I think we are. So that moves him up a spot there as we now know. As lap 8 we now see Gold Power come into the pit lane. So I think it was him that lost the little chunk of carbon fibre of his front wing, and yes, getting his front wing changed as well. He's going to go onto a set of super soft tyres, so I think this has sort of changed onto a 2-stop strategy, I think, for Gold Power. But on the lap 9, as H shows a nice little drift coming into the pit lane there. Now, that was fun to watch. Probably not for HO because his tyres were absolutely dead at this stage, but anyway, he's finally going to get off these soft tyres, and I think he's going to chuck on the softs. Pretty much the strategy that I was going to do. So I stopped from McLaren, and away he goes. So I think he'll come out with a bit of fresh air. Yeah, I think he does. As Water now actually responds on the next lap, on lap 10. So, like I said, covering off HO there. So there's a few other guys in. Dubstep, Prez is in as well. So Water now jumps onto the soft tyres as well. I was a bit surprised actually he came in on lap 10. I thought he may have pushed the super soft tyres a little bit further, but anyway. He's now come in and out again, and so is the other two, as you can see, coming out of the pits. Warden is well and truly still ahead of HO at this stage. Actually come out with a bit more of a gap, I think, with those two. But jump back to the front here. As these guys obviously still yet to pit. I was sort of curious as to see who was the first, who was going to blink and how long these two would go on their super soft tyres. And probably same can be said for anybody else who started on the super soft tyres, but they're having a fairly decent battle. Alan Hugo sort of dropped away a little bit there, and obviously Poms is doing the long strategy on the soft tyres. As now Alan Hugo comes into the pit lane and doing the exact same thing as his teammate, and takes out the speed limit sign coming into the pits. So that's probably a bit more of a decent job than what HO did, I think. So well done to Alan Hugo, but he's going to get on the ultra soft tyres and go into the super soft tyres. So at this stage, I was sort of puzzled, and when I was saying it to both HO and Poms, I was thinking, is he on a 2-stop? I thought there's no way in hell you can get home on a set of super soft tyres, but he does come out ahead of Warden. Gold Power actually sets fast up in the race. Also Laggy came into the pit lane the correct way this time compared to what occurred in qualifying. But we're on lap 11 here. Look at this. There's a few cars battling away here. It's got HO, it's got Warden. I think it's got both the Saubers for this one. Conrad obviously is a regular in the Sauber, but of course Penske is a reserve, so he's also driving the Sauber for this one. He did drive the Sauber as New Zealand Ryan's actually got a 5-second stop-go penalty for speeding into the pits, so that's not going to help his cause at all. It may have just gifted the win here to Jared, and maybe even the championship lead at this point. As you can see, he'll make his way out of the pits, as Poms actually will go up into second place here, as Ryan makes his exit out of pit lane. I think from this round, I think it was this round or a couple of rounds ago, I think Poms sort of announced that he was retiring from league racing a little bit, which is a bit sad to see. But you know, maybe it's like a little bit of a break away from league racing for a bit, because obviously he's got more important things going on in real life as well. But there you go, HO up the inside here of Conrad and gets that position. So Warden has definitely cleared both the Sauber boys, but Conrod's not giving up without a bit of a fight here. Obviously, he's going. What is he? No, he's. I think he's still on the super soft tyres. Same with his teammate up in front there as his yellow flags in sector 2. Not sure what that was about. As now Jarrett responds on lap 13. So he's taken those tyres a little bit longer. That was probably the lap I was expecting most of the guys on the super softs to come in. So chucks on a set of soft tyres and away he goes. So that probably will give Poms the effective, well, the race lead for the time being, but obviously Ryan will take the race lead back once Poms finally comes into pits. So that's just the case of Poms going the long haul and seeing how long he can take those soft tyres. But here's Penske in for his one and only stop on the soft tyres as well. Nice stop from the Sauber boys, but where does he come out here? I think he's going to come out with a bit of clean air actually, as someone ran very wide in the Mercedes. I think that might have been Edge, but you see straight away that as it looks like Edge off the road, and now he's out of the Grand Prix. So it's like a bit of a crash there. But unfortunately for Poms, the lead, he didn't last long because Ryan, obviously on much fresher rubber on the soft tyres, easily picks him off there and takes back the effective race lead. And of course, Jarrett will probably catch up as well. But here's Conrod into the pit lane. I think he's going on to a set of ultra soft tyres, I think, from what I can tell there from the graphic. Is there's a few of the guys as Warden runs very wide there coming out of turn 9, I think that was. He's got Mars Berserk just ahead of him here, who's still yet to pit. So basically, I think Poms and Mars Berserk are a bit out of sync here, and obviously a bit of question marks as what's going on with Alan Hugo, whether he's doing the actual one-stop ultras to super softs or whether he's done the two-stop. But there goes Warden, and Mars Berserk leaves him plenty of room there. He's obviously got much fresher rubber. And obviously, Warden now back up into P5, which will be P4 once Poms pits. But here's Jared finally clearing Poms to get back up into position 2. Now he's got to close that gap, obviously, to Ryan, who's got a 5 seconds time penalty. I think he may have got a few time penalties. You can see here, Mars Berserk's got many penalties here as he actually clouts the pit wall coming into the pit lane. So he's now making his one and only pit stop. So he'll be doing the other way. Softs onto supers. Nice stop from the Mercedes boys. A little bit of a hold up there for some unknown reason. Don't know why, but I think you'll probably come out with a bit of clean air as well. As actually the yellow flags. Mars Berserk's out of the Grand Prix, so didn't really last long, unfortunately, for Berserk. So probably would have been a decent result for Berserk, but I'm not sure exactly where he's crashed. But because when I was on board here with Top Banter, at this point looked like it disappeared. So I don't know, maybe he crashed at the final corner there. I'm not exactly too sure. But here we go here onto lap 18, I think this is. This looks like Alan Hugo trying to get past Poms for the win, obviously. He's got a fair decent gap behind to Warden. I think it's about 4 seconds back, so he's got a bit of a gap up his sleeve here. So you're going to look here up the inside into turn 11. No, not quite. He's probably waiting to get the DRS here on the back straight. He should easily clear Poms pretty quickly, I would think. I think probably the win's out of it here for Alan Hugo. So here he goes. Sends up the inside here. I don't think Poms are really going to fight much here. Here he goes up the inside. Up onto the podium for Alan Hugo, and obviously Poms back to P4. So the question next was when was Poms going to pit, and I think it was pretty much bang on at the end of the lap. So he's now come in, avoids the pit wall like mainly everybody else. So nice job from Poms. But again, he's another guy, pretty much like Mars Berserk, going on from the soft tyres to the super soft tyres, keeping an eye out where he might pop in with everybody else. Oh, sorry, he's on ultra soft tyres. My apologies. I originally thought he was on super softs, but he's going to try ultra soft tyres. So it's be interesting to see. He will have grip. Here he comes out of the pit lane. He's really close with him and dubstep. Literally close there, but I think he may just hang on there. Yes, he will. So that's put Poms into P7 coming out of the pit. So let's see what pace he's got for the end of the race here, as now Conrad is back in, so tried to go to the end. I think on Ultras was not the way to go, so he chucks on another set of super soft tyres, and away he goes. So he'll be last out of the pecking order now for this race. So now cut further on to lap 20. Hopefully you're enjoying the spectator footage. This is probably the best I could do for this video anyway. So see, he's now got the DRS wide open there. It was a nice shot there of the DRS opening. He's setting up the inside here of Prez, and he gets that move done quite easily there to Poms, and I was sort of congratulating him on that great move. Nice job from Poms. But he's his teammate Gold Power back into the pit lane, so he's doing the two-stop, I think. So I think another set, what is it, ultra soft tyres or super softs? I think it's ultra softs. It sometimes glitches the tyres a little bit there, so I don't know what it is, but anyway, nothing happened for a couple of laps, but lap 22 now for these guys. They set off, but everybody else is a bit further up the road. So Gold Power, the much fresher grip, setting up the inside here of Penske. This is pretty much the battle here for the final points, and Gold Power with a much fresher rubber has got that position up into 10th and steals it away from Penske in P11, but it's not over yet. The Ultras may die later on as Top Banter comes back in. This goes onto a set of ultra soft tyres, so I dare say he'll be going for a fast enough ultra race. Lap 25 now we'll skip to. So now this battle's really raging up for the podium position here. I'm not sure, well, I probably do remember during the race what the penalty situation was, but can't remember when I'm doing this voiceover. But you can see here at this point of the race, it was definitely let me start it again. It was definitely at this point in time that I realised that Alan Higo was going to do the one-stop ultras to super softs, which I thought was no chance. He'd probably die off straight away. But to be fair, he's had pretty decent pace, and Warden's already started to slowly catch up to him now. So he goes up the inside here. Goes for a big dive bomb there. Alan Higo will switch back here. Around the outside he goes here. They're going to go side by side here. But no, Warden, I think, just gets the position now. So that puts Warden up onto the podium. It's whether it's done with yet or not, I'm not sure. We'll wait and see. As Alan Higo will have the DRS here. You see his teammate behind H-Show's pretty much on his own there. And the same can be said for Poms. Now Alan Higo around the outside here of Warden. He probably won't have too much grip left on those super soft tyres. I don't know why I'm flicking through those channels, but it's literally still going. I think now Warden's now got P3 now, so yeah, definitely for that case. It's now Prez now out of the race. Well, he's in a decent position as well. There he is off to the right-hand side there, so I dare say he got on the power too much, so his tyres died, and yeah, unfortunate result there for Prez. There he is in the wall. That moves these guys up another position there and joins the club. Well, the 3 DNFs pretty much, and obviously the one disqualification in the form of me. But, where are we now? On to lap 28, I think we're now. As Alan Hugo's not really giving up without a fight there for P3, but might be in vain there. But here comes New Zealand Ryan. He's going to come across the line and take the victory on track. But of course, he hasn't served that 5-second stop go, so it'll be DRC Jarrett that takes the victory here at the United States Grand Prix. So nice job from those guys as always. And I think Warden is just going to hang on here, barring any penalties, to get P3 in the final spot on the podium. And I did mention this quite a few rounds ago. This podium streak that these Force India boys have been having is still going. I'm not sure exactly the amount of races. The boys, both Warden and Ryan will probably be able to tell you in the comment section or something how long this podium streak has been going for. But just an amazing effort all round. I commend those guys. What do you got? H.O. 5th, Poms 6th, and we'll see here come the other guys coming across the finish line. We'll have a look at the final race results. So as here comes Penske. What he's going to do here is he spins it coming around the final corner here. And I think he is going to reverse across the pit, the finish line here. just crosses the line in 10th, I think. So it would have been a bit awkward if he lost the position to Conrad coming around the final corner there. But anyway, as here comes Top Banter, he's going to be the final finisher. He's going to do a big burnout 360. Didn't quite work out in the end for him, but now going to reverse back out and do a few burnouts coming across the finish line, showing off the crowd. So good burnouts there, and obviously there he goes across the finish line finally. So there you go. There is the podium. So obviously Jared takes the victory over New Zealand Ryan and Warden. So like I said, G to those guys. Doing an incredible job. It's definitely going to be a bit of a heated battle for this championship with only, pretty much 3 rounds to go with both Mexico, Brazil and Abu Dhabi left. So obviously there's the Fighter Oath results. So a lot of people getting penalties. So Jared, Ryan, Warden, 1, 2 and 3. Alan Hugo, incredible job to get Ultra Softs to Super Softs. That's amazing effort to finish in 4th. Ho in 5th. Poms, great effort from him in 6th. Laggy in 7th. Gold Power. B-Dub 7. Penske rounds out the 10. And you got Conrad and Top Banter rounding out the 12 finishes. And then you got Prez BC, Master Berserk and TPR Edge, the only 3 DNFs. And of course, there right down at the bottom is my disqualification, which, yeah, what more could I say, really? There is nothing more to say at all, really. We'll get the championship standings up in a moment or two once the timer comes out here, or counts out, I should say. But there we go. So Jared now has a 7-point advantage in the championship over New Zealand Ryan. Alan Hugo, I think it's pretty much a 2-horse race, well and truly. Like I said, I think it was a few rounds ago. Alan Hugo's well and truly out of the hunt for the top 2 at least, but it'd be a fair battle for the mid-pack anyway. We're down in P15. Obviously, we didn't really move too much, so nothing really more to see there. But Force India still lead the way. I think it's 70. It's a 70-odd point margin over Ferrari. Then you got McLaren there in 3rd, Toro Rosso, and Red Bull. I have no idea where the hell we are. I think we're still P7, so it didn't really make moves at all there. So, yeah, hopefully you enjoyed what was the United States Grand Prix. If you did, be sure to give it a big smash on that like button. Leave your comments down below. Subscribe to my channel for plenty more SRL APAC content on F1 2018, plus plenty more video gaming content as well. All my social media links are down in the description, plus the SRL website, YouTube and Twitch channel. But for the moment, guys and girls, until the next time, which will be the Mexican Grand Prix, it is goodbye, and I'll see you all next time.